welcome back to Haley's Weekly News. But this week I have RJ with me, and I'm going to ask him some questions. So, am I being loud enough, JT, to hear you?
You're good.
RJ, tell me more about you.
Well, my name is RJ Solijax. I am currently the principal here at Hamlet Elementary School here in Amarillo, Texas, where we have a school where we have a bunch of unique challenges where kids come to us with lots of issues. Some of our kids have complete homes, but many of our kids, most of them, 93% of them, come from low to moderate income homes, meaning that most of our kids are living in poverty. So I take our job here very seriously because we get a chance to be the lighthouse for our community and show kids how to chase your dreams appropriately. So I'm from Amarillo for the most part of my life. I've been in Amarillo for about 27 years. I came here from California. My father was in the Marines. And I'm proud to say I'm a first generation United States citizen chasing the American dream. So
that's awesome.
Yes, I'm having a really good time, and I'm thankful for you to be here today, Haley.
Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you for having us. And why do you love being at Hamlet, I meant.
I love being here at Hamlet because I truly feel like every day we make a difference. Our kids here, again, we come from just very, very unique situations. So I truly feel like when I come through the door, every single day I interact with a child, that we are changing their life trajectory. So when I met your brother Justin, knowing that he loved golf and he had a passion to help kids, I think that was where it was a win-win situation for Hamlet and myself to say I love golf and I love kids, and know that golf is it's a skill. It truly is. It's a sport, but it is a skill that our kids need to have to be competitive with the whole world, because there are business deals done on golf courses. And you can get a job just by being good at golf. I know managers that will hire people so that they win their company tournament because it comes with bragging rights. So I love Hamlet because it's a place where you have a whole school of kids that you can truly help be successful. And I say, if Hamlet kids are successful, then all of Amarillo gets to be successful too.
That's a really good point. And if there were no barriers, what do you change in your community? Sorry, I'm trying to pronounce.
No worries. If there were no barriers, what would I do to change my community, our community? I think if there was no barriers, my thing would be where our families would more interact with each other. They would get out of the houses and become neighbors again. I think that's the biggest barrier we have, is that and for good reasons. Everybody had to stay in because of COVID, and just take care of themselves and their family units. And now we're back in a time period where we need to actively become a community again. And I think that would be the biggest thing I would love to see in our community, is that people become aware of that and become just friendly. And when somebody has a question or they look confused, they ask, hey, can I help you? Especially if they know that, they're supposed to be there, or if they just see somebody coming around the corner who's a stranger, being able to say, hey, can I help you, without judging, because we've got a lot of things that we can't control going on in our world, but one thing we can always control is how we treat others.
That is true. We always need to treat people with respect.
100%. 100%.
Even sometimes these days in this world, it's very hard
It is
to treat with people with respect.
It is, and that's why we just keep smiling. And if somebody says something negative to us, we just say, "I'm sorry you feel that way."
That's why I usually do sometimes.
Oh, okay, okay. Sometimes people test us, huh, Haley?
Too much.
Right?
JT, you
Right?
can cut this out if you want.
No, I'm leaving it in.
It is. I appreciate you so much, Haley. Like, this is so cool that you're turning into a leader yourself and saying, you know what, I want to make sure that I get an opportunity to share my voice too. So I appreciate you for being brave.
You're welcome. Sometimes I'm brave, sometimes I'm not. I just got years of practice speaking up front with my brother or my dad at conferences.
That's great. That's great. I can tell you're very, you're just very witty, and I love that about you.
Thank you.
You have any other questions you need to ask?
I can't think of any.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Well, thank you for having me again, Haley. I appreciate you so much.
Thank you for inviting us to be at your school for the day. For the morning.
Yes, I hope you have a good time, and you get to see some of our kids doing their best job today.
Yep. And I go to preschool in a few hours.
Oh, which one?
Southwest Montessori.
That's cool. What do you get to do over there?
I'm usually at the door, get their waters, take kids to the bathroom if they need to, and stuff like that.
Oh, that's good. That's a big responsibility. So I appreciate you for helping the kids out too.
Thank you.
Good.
Yeah.
All right. And it was getting hard for me to talk about community and never leave the garage. So that's what we're doing. And the older
I already became famous.
whatever around right now on LinkedIn, and then I saw an email about it, and it's on other social media platforms. There's a term trending called quiet quitting. Okay. Now, it hadn't been around for a long time, but in this trend, employees aren't leaving their jobs, right? But they are doing the bare minimum, okay? They're not going above and beyond anymore. They've kind of checked out. They are just, clocking in, clocking out, no more, no less, right?
Right.
Okay, so my question to you, has there ever been a time when at your work you've done just the bare minimum?
I don't think so. I just do the best that I can do.
Every day?
Every day, Monday through Thursday. Some people don't try their best to get it done because they want to get it done like immediately. And that's not important. The important thing is just try your best.
Yeah.
And get it done, but mostly get it done to your best.
I agree. Okay. And has there ever been a point where you didn't want to go to your job?
No. Because I love both of my jobs.
You love both of them. Oh, you love kids, and both of your jobs have.
And I love kids.
Yeah.
And both of my jobs have kids.
Yeah, so this is pretty fascinating to me. I mean, I just recently left a job, but I just don't get it. Like, if you're that unhappy, why not take the risk? But that's not why I asked Haley. The reason I wanted Haley to give her answer is because I firmly believe that the community of people with disabilities, Haley's friends, they are the best group of employees you could ever hire. Why? Because you're never going to hire me to sit at a door all day and keep parents from picking up kids or keep people from picking up kids if they're not on a list. I'm going to get distracted. I'm not going to want to sit there all day. I'm not going to look at the list. I'm going to go off of memory, and my memory is going to fail me. There's this long list of reasons why you would not hire me to sit at the front door of Southwest Montessori. Okay? Haley loves it. Haley's never going to call in sick. Haley's going to be there every day. Haley's going to check the list every time somebody picks up a kid. And she's going to have a ball doing it.
There's been a few times I called in sick, but that's because I was sick or going out of town.
I would say you started there in 2006?
I think so. I'm not for sure.
So in your 16 years of being there, you are old, by the way. You have been in a job for 16 years.
Yeah.
That makes you old. Okay.
He's older. That doesn't make me old.
In 15, 16 years, you have probably called in sick 5 times.
Probably.
Okay. So that proves our point.
5 or 6.
Okay. The other reason is that Haley and her friends are so loyal. So loyal. They're never going to leave you for a different job because they love you and they love what you have done for them. Like, it's just, there's no other way to explain it, okay? One night early on, when y'all had the Wednesday night class, Dad was asking what the different people enjoyed doing. I don't remember the context of it, but one of the individuals said, "Well, I love planting trees." And he said, "Oh, so you would want to work for a landscape company, and help people with plant?" He said, "No, I want to dig holes." All he wanted to do. He did not want to plant the actual tree. He did not want to oversee somebody else digging the hole. The only thing he wanted to do was actively dig the hole for the tree to go in. Name a person that you know that would sign up to dig holes to plant trees. I don't know any. We planted 2 trees in our front yard last week. I hated every minute of it. Last year. I hated every minute of it. Okay? Just something to think about.
I'm all over balls right here.
You're good. It doesn't really matter.
My throat was just canceled.
You're kind of thirsty today.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
Topic. Haley, have you seen the trend of people marinating their chicken in NyQuil?
No,
Do you know what NyQuil is?
not exactly.
Okay, it's a nighttime cough medicine. It's the green stuff.
I don't think I never seen anybody do that.
Why would you?
I don't know. I guess it's chicken's good, but cough syrup's nasty. So I think those two together will be really nasty.
Yeah, it'd be terrible. Not to mention, NyQuil is made to make you go to sleep.
And I don't want to eat chicken to do that.
No. I've never had a cough medicine taste good.
No.
That's how you know it's medicine. Right?
Right.
The stuff that tastes good doesn't work.
No.
Why are people doing it? Why, if you had to answer, why do you think people are doing the NyQuil marinade?
I don't know, because some people drink that cough medicine even they're not sick.
True. Do you think they just want attention?
Yes. Because it sounds like in their world they didn't get enough attention when they were little. Yes, all the time.
What are things that you do that keep you safe?
What keeps me safe? Like going to, I'm not for sure. What keeps me safe? A lot of things. Just can't think of one right now.
Okay, so what are some of the rules that you have when you go to a volleyball game? Because you don't have many,
No.
but you have a few.
Yeah.
So what are those rules?
to stay behind the red line, so when there is a ball coming, nobody will get hit.
Sure. Do you ever leave with anyone?
No,
No. Do you ever go outside by yourself?
not usually. Sorry, not usually unless I'm getting fresh air.
Fresh air, okay. But even then, somebody can see you.
Yeah, like in
Okay.
the locker room, once in a while they'll peek out.
Yeah. So you do the same thing whenever you go to the grocery store or
Yeah.
whatever. Your mom and dad have worked with you to keep you safe. So when you're in public and you can go enjoy different things,
Yes,
you're always with somebody.
yes.
You don't talk to strangers. You don't go anywhere with strangers, right? You
Right.
stay with the group or you're with,
Yes.
okay?
Even,
Now-
even that's just me and Monica.
Yeah. Now, the other thing that's newer is Facebook.
Yes.
What are some of the things you do to keep you safe from people trying to take advantage of you on Facebook?
If I don't know the person usually, I have my mom or dad or my brother and Monica to look at the person and see if they know them.
Okay? Yeah, and that's every time.
Yes, that's every time.
One of the benefits of Hali,
Pretty much every time.
no, it's every time.
Oh, yeah.
And there's never been a time you haven't
No.
asked. Because that's the rule and you follow rules. Yeah.
I'm a real follower.
One of the benefits of Hali, and we talk about this a lot, right? There are things that lost my words. There are things that Hali cannot do because she's limited, right?
Right.
There are, and because of, you're limited because of your disability.
Yes.
Right. Okay. It's a very real thing.
Yes.
Nothing wrong with that.
No.
Okay.
And there's a lot of stuff I can do and some people can't.
That's true. Also true. One of the things that you are very good at because of this is following rules.
Yes.
Like, you cannot get her to waver. You cannot get her. The only thing she does is she cheats at Uno.
Not true. He also cheats at Uno.
Well, yeah, because they don't want you to win.
That's just wrong.
Ways that you have kept yourself safe. And on social media, it's a little harder, right? Especially if they have a cell phone. And not only just with social media, scams happen through calls or texts. But there's never go ahead.
If I ever get those texts, I usually show it to family. Either you or Monica or mom or dad.
Yeah.
Usually.
Yeah, there's never something that you get from a suspicious number
Yeah.
that you don't show. And I love that about Hali. Okay, I love that about Hali. It's one of those things that we can use to highlight, like, yeah, it's frustrating at times when I get the 15th text because I'm supposed to pick her up on Wednesdays at 6. And I've been doing it for 10 years. And because she has this tight black and white schedule, I have to be there at 6. I have to know where we're going to eat. And that's it. That's what we get every Wednesday, right? 2:30 to 3. We get that. If I don't answer, Monica gets it. If we don't answer, she says, do I need to ask Dad to come pick me up? That's the way it goes, all right? So that part's frustrating at times. We laugh about it.
Sorry, I
After
try not to make them frustrated.
But you can't help it.
No.
Like, that's one of the things that makes you you.
Yeah.
There are things that make me that frustrate you. I ain't trying to change those. Okay? So, the other side of that, the positive side of that, is Hali keeps herself safe because she follows the rules. One of those rules is if she gets a friend request on Facebook, she does not ever accept it until mom or dad look at it. Okay? And if she brings it to me, I tell her to take it to mom or dad because I don't know, right? And mom and dad have a better idea, okay? If she gets a weird text, if she gets a phone call, she doesn't respond to them. In public, she stays where she's supposed to. She doesn't leave with somebody she doesn't know. All of these things are very positive about Haley, okay? Because Haley keeps herself safe, all right? So even though there are things that come with Haley's personality that are frustrating, if you only look at the frustrating piece of that, then you don't have any hope. There's no joy in that, and there's no fun. If you look at the flip side of it and see what that allows Haley to do, and in this case, it allows Haley to stay safe, not get taken advantage of, it's super positive, right? Super positive. So, but it was one of your favorite songs. Do you remember the name of that song?
Who Let the Dogs Out?
Yeah. Now,
I think that's the name of it.
none of us really understood what it meant, but it was a fun song. Haley loved it, especially the chorus, right? So every time the song would come on, Haley would be real quiet, and then Who Let the Dogs Out they'd start singing that piece of it, and Haley would just go 200% and just kill it every time. It was great. Okay, so we loved the song. Well, Haley, it turns out we finally figured out who let the dogs out, because last week a man in Abilene, Texas. Now, we're familiar with Abilene.
Yeah,
I lived there for 5 years.
I'm really familiar with Abilene.
We've been there a lot. It's kind of in the middle of Texas, okay? It's on the fringe of Central Texas and West Texas, okay? A man in Abilene broke into the pet shelter and let 150 dogs loose.
Yes.
Now, some of your favorite movies are Beethoven
Yes.
and 101 Dalmatians,
Yes.
okay? And the themes around those are breaking dogs out of shelters
Yes.
and breaking them out of Cruella de Vil's house or warehouse, whatever she was keeping them in,
I
right?
think it was a warehouse, but I'm not for sure.
Yeah. But what are your thoughts on this dude breaking into the animal shelter and opening up the cages of 150 dogs and just letting them loose?
I would not like that at all, because one, they won't have their license on it, and two, I know
There's a dog license?
a dog when they have their names on their leash
Oh, collar.
collar, and they okay.
You're helpful.
Yes.
When you were little, what did you want to be when you grew up?
A teacher,
Teacher.
because I love protecting the kids.
Yeah, and you love helping people.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Team.
There was 2 volleyball games last week. Cameron and Western New Mexico. And we ended up being 3 sets each.
Okay.
Do you want to tell me scores?
No, that's fine.
Okay.
Now, last week on our episode, you thought that you would beat Cameron on Wednesday really easily. Was it easy?
They pressured us a little bit, but we still beat them quite a bit.
Yeah, I mean, they took you to extra points
Yeah.
in the third set,
Yeah.
and they almost won the third
Yeah,
set.
yes. But we end up winning.
I just think it's a very valuable lesson for you. You talked all that smack about how easy it would be. Haley, what do you have to say for 22 errors?
That's pretty bad.
But some of the other teams have more errors than we did.
They did not. They only had 15.
Oh, never mind.
There was an issue brought up to me Wednesday night after the game. You only know Coach Potts' last name.
Yes.
You do not know the other coaches' last names. Now, the issue is Coach Casey has been with you for a very long time.
It's Shingler.
You found out. He'll be excited to hear that. Have you picked a favorite?
I've been thinking about that. But I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. So, probably the ones I know the most. Sam, Katrina, Kayla, and Abby. The girl Lindsay, I don't know her very well.
What do you have to say for yourself?
I'm sorry, Brenda, I trash talked you. But next time you might be going down. Because it's a rematch. Because you won one against us, we won against you.
It's true, y'all are 1-1.
Yeah, we're 1-1.
Probably sign up for that at the beginning of the year. Okay. Now that drops your record to 4-4.
Yes.
Okay. I heard you were throwing things.
Not true. I was not throwing things at all. Whoever said that?
I have it on camera.
I was not throwing things at all. Chase, I hang out with him a little bit. I don't know him as much.
Why?
Because he is a speechy, and I only help with the PTs and OTs usually at the turn center.
You don't like speechies?
I do love speechies.
Is that what you call them?
Yeah.
Speechy?
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
Chase, I'm sorry to tell you this, buddy, but you are going so down to the ground.
Red Raider coming at you, riding through the night with the fury of the West Texas wind. Red Raider coming at you, what a beautiful sight. That Texas Tech Red Raider is riding, 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 riding.